Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This video is directed to Donald Trump, but generally, it is meant for the global community, especially Africans. Listen to me with an open mind. I want to say this categorically, that my resolve and support for Donald Trump does not necessarily mean we expect or I expect him to give us Biafra or to come directly to start helping African countries. He is already doing that by his policy, and you will understand this before the end of this video. We are all aware that soon American people will decide the fate of President Donald Trump in the upcoming election. And as well, running concurrently is the World Trade Organization nominating the leader, the number one person. And the first person that is most favored is our beloved daughter, Okonjo Iweala. She is a Nigerian, but as well an American. And there has been a serious media campaign trying to run down the person of Donald Trump, pitching him against Okonjo Iweala because of the position of America regarding her nomination. The media have it everywhere that American government is stalling her nomination to emerge as a consensus candidate. But the way they are running it, the way the media is putting it out, is to pinch Donald Trump against African American communities who have a very large, number that will decide the fate of American president. It is being highly politicized. But I must tell you, Donald Trump, I know you are not a politician. You are not just like the regular politicians who would like to compromise, who would like to play the game of hypocrisy to maintain his job. You are always blunt, and I love you about it. But I must tell you, this is time to play the politics. Today, they've painted a picture that the person of Donald Trump is a racist.
No sitting president has ever done this. Never, never, never. No Republican president has done this. No Democratic president. We have racists, and they've existed. They've tried to get elected president. He's the first one that has.
When Congressman Elijah Cummings calls you a racist, your reaction is what?
Well, I think the word has really gone down a long way because everybody's called a racist now. Her own party called Nancy Pelosi a racist 2 weeks ago. The word is so overused, it's such a disgrace. And I can tell you, I'm the least racist person there is in the world, as far as I'm concerned. And they use it almost when they run out of things to criticize you. They say, he's a racist, he's a racist. Now, in some cases, it's true. There are people that are racist, bad people. But with me, they have a hard time getting away with it, and they don't get away with it. And if you look at what I've done for African Americans between look at criminal justice reform. President Obama tried so hard to get it, he couldn't get it. You look at opportunity zones, and then, of course, look at the opportunity zones are a tremendous success, by the way, not covered, but we did that as really an experiment. It's most successful. I think it's one of the most successful things ever done for the inner cities. It's turned out to be. Tim Scott of South Carolina worked very, very hard on it. So many other people did, and it's really become a great success. The biggest beneficiary are African American. The African American population, it's incredible what's happened. But between that criminal justice reform, and then, of course, the biggest thing is the lowest unemployment rate in the history of this country for African Americans. Lowest in the history by far. It's not even close. But so when you see those things, and when people, if the news, the lamestream or mainstream or whatever you want to call it, media or fake news, if it would be covered, people would feel a lot different. But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about opportunity zones. I don't think I've ever seen anything about opportunity zones. I don't think I've seen, you know, when I did criminal justice reform, everybody would say, oh, I won't tell you names because I'm not looking to build them up, but the biggest names were there on the other side, liberal side and conservative side. It was very bipartisan. But they don't even talk about it anymore. If somebody else did it, if President Obama did criminal justice reform, which is so good for the African Americans, so good, so important, you know, letting Alice out, getting our shit, 28 years left to serve. Jack Johnson, who was so unjustly convicted, the great heavyweight champion from the early 1900s. I mean, so many things we've done. If President Obama did that, it would have been great. When I do it, Steve, when I do it, people don't want to talk about it.
They've painted a picture that he never liked Africans. And they're using Okonjo-Iweala as a tool to achieve that. But I must say this. You have to understand the position and the policy of Donald Trump and how it will ultimately free African people from other superpower domination, especially China. What is happening in the global community, the politics, is all about trade domination. And when Donald Trump says he wants to make America great again, this is what he meant. Over the years, America have dominated world trade and had been at number one. China is nowhere to be found, even at the first 10, 12. But today, China has dominated global trade. So it is all about domination of the global trade. Trump is not against anyone exploring his economic potential. But this is what you need to know. It is being cut out. I cut out this very part that you're about to watch from the video that is already going viral on this platform. You can click on the link that will be showing on the description to watch the full video of this narrative.
Each of us here today is the emissary of a distinct culture, a rich history, and a people bound together by ties of memory, tradition, and the values that make our homelands like nowhere else on earth. That is why America will always choose independence and cooperation over global governance, control, and domination. I honor the right of every nation in this room to pursue its own customs, beliefs, and traditions. The United States will not tell you how to live or work or worship. We only ask that you honor our sovereignty in return.
This is exactly what Donald Trump meant. Donald Trump do not want one section of a country to dominate the world just like that. He wants African nations especially to stand on their feet and be able to, advance their potential economically without unnecessarily being dominated. And the game of economic trade domination got to do with big snake eating up the smaller snake. What you see China doing is really undermining African growth. Today, many African countries are indebted to China. And this is exactly what Donald Trump is up against. Donald Trump is not looking forward for somebody that will, some kind of being a global person, somebody that is going to bring in these global policies. That is why Donald Trump seems to, if you watch or have listened or have read the press release from the United States of America trade representative at WTO, you will understand this position very well. And I must say this, coming back to Donald Trump, this is time for you to play politics. One, Okonjo Iweala is an African American. And since you say that you are a patriot, which you have demonstrated, trying to bring America back to its position and try to allow other nations to do their own best, okay, in developing themselves without unnecessarily being undermined by other people. Fine. If truly, because I know you are a patriot, support Okonjo Iweala's nomination. One, it will prove and discredit those who try to label you a racist. And being a patriot, thinking America first, think Okonjo Iweala, because she is an American. And that is the advice I'm bringing to you. But my people, especially African Americans, I must thank you for your support on my platform and the solidarity you're showing for Donald Trump, because we understand that this global community or this globalization policy of the Democrats is targeted at the new world order. One world governance, one world domination, and all that follows, which is mostly personally, Africans. Our norms and culture do not permit same-sex marriage, but this is what this globalization is pushing forward for. Abortion and other anti-human ideologies. So this is one of the reasons my person and mostly Africans is in support of Donald Trump. Go out there, vote, and vote en masse. You are voting for the sustenance of humanity. You are voting for norms and values of your own countries, wherever you come from originally, whether you are a Japanese American, African American, Asian American, European American, or Latin American. Your vote for Donald Trump will help your people to advance their potential, especially we Africans. All Africans that are eligible voters in America, go out en masse. It is good you vote early so that this man, Donald Trump, will emerge as the president of America, at least for the next 4 years. You are saving the world from a total collapse of natural inhabitants and heritage which you have gotten, that have been laid by your forefathers before you. This is all I can bring to you. Share this video. Let Donald Trump get to know about this. I am Associated Peters, the voice of the people, the voice of God, and the voice of our ancestors. If you are new on this platform, you're welcome on board. This is where we tell you the truth, undiluted. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe. Goodbye.